Shalom, shalom, it's the brother Kadash. I want to give our praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Listen up.
All know money is tight these days, and a new housing study shows just how tight.
Yeah, it says half of Americans are struggling right now to make their house payment, and we have some questions. Fox 59's Zach Myers joining us with a closer look at what else this survey is showing. Zach?
Yeah, so if you're feeling stressed out about money right now, at least you know you're not alone. According to this study by real estate brokerage firm Redfin, 49% of Americans are struggling and making sacrifices to make their monthly housing payments.
So just think about that, right? And then if half of Americans are struggling, right? Half of the country, that's crazy. You know, minorities, black and brown people, what half do you think they're on? You see what I'm saying? Now, the benefit is that we're used to struggling. So when the struggle comes and it gets worse, we kind of more used to it, you know what I mean? Now that the shit is backfiring on, let's just say, the majority, now they want to come out complaining and shit like that, you know? Things are worse than when the government was giving out PPP and stimulus, you know, to try to help people. Things are worse right now. You know, people can't make their payments on credit cards. People can't make payments on cars. People getting their cars repo left and right. People destroying their credit left and right. Even if you got good credit, the bank's not giving out loans. And if they do give out a loan, they're giving you high interest rate loans. Nobody can get business loans to build a business for funding or for you know, expansion or payroll. So it's just a chain reaction, you know what I mean? Like, when the people and the customers are broke and they don't have no money, then the businesses don't sell, and then they don't have no money, and it's just a chain reaction.
Some of those sacrifices include skipping vacations and working extra hours. Others are more serious, like skipping meals and medical treatments, selling belongings, and dipping into retirement savings. The study found a surprising number of millennials who are already dipping into their retirement savings. Of those who are struggling, 20% say they've borrowed money from family or friends to help get by. Now, someone who bought their home a few years ago may not be struggling as much because mortgage rates were more like 3% back then, but more recent home buyers are dealing with mortgage rates around 7%. Still, renters may be struggling the most. People dealing with increased...
Yeah, and that's if your credit is good. So if your credit's not in the 800s, then you're looking at 10%, 11%, 12%, 14%. It's horrible. You know, so this is just a little insight just in case you didn't know the state of Babylon. If you didn't understand that Babylon is declining right now, you know, social media kind of gets confusing because it shows an image that people got money and people are having fun, because that's what social media is about. But in real life, I'm telling you, man, like, shit is worse than what it was in 2020 right now. You know, because in 2020, at least people had some type of relief from the government with the stimulus checks. I think they gave out like 3 of them or maybe more. You know, you had unemployment where people were getting extra money on their unemployment. You had, of course, you had the PPP that came out. People were getting 30, 20, 40 grand, you know. But so things are worse right now because there's no help. So right now what's going on is it's a slow cook. I think it's like they say, like a frog. You put a frog and boil it, and it just sits there and it gets slowly cooked. That's what's going on right now. So it's not super dramatic, all hell breaking loose, we got to bug out. You know what I mean? It's more of a slow cook where you feel it and things are getting worse and worse, just slowly and gradually, but not enough for you just to say, okay, fuck the whole system. You see what I'm saying? So they giving you just enough for you to keep going, but what it is like a Great Depression, but people don't see it. So like in the past, you know, like with a recession or a Great Depression, people felt it, but like now today with the social media now, it's a whole different dynamic. So you could be right in a Great Depression, but you don't really see it because your mind is hooked up to social media. Your mind is on YouTube, your mind is on Facebook. As long as you got that Facebook, and as long as you got that YouTube, that's where your mind is living at. So they got virtual reality going without even having to put virtual reality glasses on, VR glasses on, and you don't get it. The virtual reality is your phone being up to your face all day, man. And people don't even understand that. So that's what's going on. It's different than the recessions in the past, where you were outside to see everybody broke, where you were outside and people were more social, physically, But now it's just everything's on the social media. So you may be cooking outside, you may be cooking in real life. In real life, you broke. People are turning in cars left or right. They can't afford them. People are destroying their credits. People don't care about no credit no more. Like, man, if you living in Babylon, which is America today, the best thing for you to do is find you a little apartment. Buying a house is out the question. The American dream is over with. You getting 10-12% interest rates. All the houses prices are going super crazy high out the market. Man, you better off getting you a nice apartment in your budget. A 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment in your budget that you could afford, which is going really today, man, you looking at, for a 2-bedroom, you looking at a minimum of $1,000. So find you something $1,000 to $1,500 a month, preferably in the city. Get you an $8,000 car. Pay it off when you get your taxes. Pay it off little by little. Don't have no car note. Get you some insurance, and that's it. That's it. No more big purchases. You know what I mean? You got one car for the family. You live in the city. If you live in the city, take public. Man, start utilizing public. Let's make it cool to take public transportation, man. See, people don't understand that, but I've been down to New York. When you go to places like New York, you understand. Like, a lot of people take Ubers and they take public transportation, because why not? I mean, people that got money, even rich people, is taking the subways and taking Ubers and public transportation, because it's no need for a car, because you're in the city and you have everything. So that's your best bet, man. And if you do need a car, get you something cheap, pay it off, maintenance it, make sure it's maintenance, and no more big purchases, man. Making big purchases on jewelry, doing big vacations, all that shit's over, man. The American dream over. And I ain't got a Bible on me right now, but just go through Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 12. Just read through chapter 12, and it kind of breaks that down. So of what's going on. So it's just real tough right now. With that, I'm gonna say salvation to the elect. Shalom.